All right, just a brief description of how this thing works. This is your low pressure suction line, and this is your low pressure sensor. And this is your discharge line, your high pressure discharge line. That's your compressor right here. All right. That is liquid receiver right there. And you have the king valve, and that's considered your queen valve, I guess. Well, queen valve would be on the other side of that receiver, so maybe not. But you have your condenser fan there. This little control here monitors a couple of different things to operate this unit. So you got your low pressure, comes into the back of this controller, and you also have a discharge temperature. It's a little bulb, you can see it right there, a little bulb that monitors the discharge of the compressor. And with the PT chart, you can convert pressure into temperature. So with what the temperature is, this thing also knows what the pressure is. So if it gets too high, it can turn it off, for safety reasons. So this monitors both high pressure and temperature, discharge temperature and pressure, and suction line pressure. This right here, you got your power coming in, and then you got power going to the actual contactor. This contactor is this big old switch. When this contactor gets energized, it pulls this switch in and it turns on both the compressor and that condensing fan. How this thing works, there's also a pump down solenoid on this. So when the indoor unit reaches the proper temperature, it sends voltage to this pump down signal, which closes off this line. Essentially, this compressor is sucking refrigerant out of the indoor unit, pumping it into this receiver. As soon as all the refrigerant is out of the indoor unit, the pressure in this line gets to a certain point where it's low enough where it sends a signal to this little controller saying, hey, there's no more refrigerant in this system, and it shuts off the compressor and the outdoor fan. As soon as the temperature inside goes up, it opens up this solenoid, letting the gas flow through this line back down into the indoor unit, which raises the pressure in the suction line. When that pressure in the suction line gets to a certain point, I think it's like 20 psi, it'll actually kick on the compressor and the outdoor fan, starting the whole system over again. There's also defrost on the inside, but that's irrelevant to what we're doing here today. I can't really show you any of that because we're on the outside. So, your controller, this just lets the system work when all the conditions are acceptable. Pretty super simple little thing.